Hello everybody, Nightspectre here with another League of Legends cast. Watching Redis playing on Leona, together with Lee Sin, Jarvan, Galio and Pantheon, versus Vayne, Riven, Xerath, Blitzcrank and Dr. Mundo. And we're off. Well, we're off. We're all standing in the fountain. Now I'm interested to see a Leona with the sporting role, because I haven't seen a lot of Leonas lately, and I think they're awesome because they have such an early game potential of stunning and well, launching you towards the other AD carry. But however, it's a bit of a pity because she's playing against the Blitzcrank, so every time she would launch herself on the enemy carry, which is Vayne, she gets in a very high danger zone, because it will be very near Blitzcrank probably, and so he will be able to grab her anyway and even close to the tower maybe. Then top lane will be probably Pantheon, middle will be Galio. He will be the AP carry, which is always fun because he counters every AP carry in the mid, even Xerath. Even though Xerath really has a good range, so well, it doesn't matter because Galio won't feel a thing. Then they only now I realize that the blue team doesn't have an AD ranged carry, but well, I guess it's not that bad because Pantheon with the Leona, that's a really hard lane to play against. Well, but they'll have to finish it before the end game, because I don't think that a Fat Vayne, or at least a farm Vayne, they won't be able to stop it, I believe. But who knows? I think maybe if Pantheon is able to stun Vayne or Leona or Galio, or they really have a good CC team, to be honest, so it could work, it really could work. Then Riven will be top against, well, I believe Jarvan, and then Lee Sin jungling, and also Mundo will be jungling, but he has a revive. I have never seen a jungle Mundo with revive before, but well, we'll see how it works out. Meanwhile, I hope that the LoL replay has well, isn't as buggy as, yeah, well, we'll probably best stick to Leona because it's her game and she'll be the less buggy of everyone about now, even though still a bit buggy. Now I presume Lee Sin will go on the wolves, and he'll be helped by Pantheon apparently. Well, I also think Galio will help him, but we'll see. Meanwhile, Leona is standing still on the little sidewalk with the nice stones. Nobody uses the sidewalk, maybe the minions do, we'll see. Jarvan is going bottom apparently, so it will be Pantheon top. Well, it's too soon to find out. Maybe they'll think that the other team will harass, because Blitzcrank is very good at the early harass. If he's able to grab you, you're dead. Well, even in this bottom lane this will be the case, because Vayne together with Blitzcrank will be able to eternally stun you until you're dead. Well, if they're able to do it correctly, but I think they will, because when Blitzcrank grabs you and then knocks you up, Vayne will position herself so she can even pull you closer to the tower with her ranged stun shot, or whatever it's called. So Pantheon will be helping Lee Sin, so he'll be able to go and do an early level 2 gank, I presume. We'll see. Lots going on in the chat. Oh, they found Mundo with a flag.
Minions have spawned.
You don't have a flag, do you? And are they going for the harass on Mundo? Well, he hasn't pulled the golems yet, so at least they slowed him down a bit, but I don't know, I thought Mundo began with Raves. We'll see. Meanwhile, Riven has been damaged by Pantheon apparently, even though Pantheon has taken some damage as well, but not as much. So blue now in the possession of Lee Sin, and ooh, early aggression probably from Leona if she's able. She's not willing. I think she wants to wait for level 2, and when Blitzcrank's around and she goes here, and he'll pull her to the tower. So she started with her stun, which was a good idea. There's not much she can do with her toss if you don't have the stun anyway. Zerata has disappeared from the lane, and Pantheon already with the first blood so early. Very nicely done. Has the first blood, so it isn't that bad that he died as well. Meanwhile, Blitzcrank for the sneaky pull, but there's still too many minions in front of Jarvan. But because he isn't ranged, it could be very dangerous for him if he wants to last hit and he has to leave the protection of his own minions. So we'll see. Should be fine. As long as you can predict the Blitzcrank, because you know he's Blitzcrank, so he will very aggressive, missing the very stun, the pull from Blitzcrank, so nice damage done, but it's not over yet because, well, no, Blitzcrank is only level 1, so he missed a bit of creep. That's a bit of a bummer, because then he isn't able to do his pull up. And Jarvan again with the aggression. Well, that aggression is gonna cost him a lot of mana, so I don't think, well, it will take a while for him to be aggressive again. And again the Riven dies. Holy damn, I should be paying more attention to top. Well, it's hard to do it because LoL replay will be showing no health bars whatsoever, so it will be hard to cast, but I'll be keeping top more in my eyes. Yes. And the pull from the Blitzcrank into the tower, but the Vayne doesn't stun, so I think she should have leveled her stun on level 3 when you use lane with a Blitzcrank. It's basics. It's the basics, man. The basics. She could have stunned her on the tower or even against that wall when she was taking too long for it, but that had to be a kill, honestly. Meanwhile, Riven has gone mid, so they changed lanes because they noticed that Galio counters Xerath and apparently Pantheon counters Riven. Well, his passive really counters a lot of meleeers or ADs. But I think they're going that Galio and Pantheon will be switching lane as well in order to keep on. And now mid is getting ganked. The ignite is up on the Riven, movement speed, and that's the end of that. Nice Q from the Lee Sin right onto the Riven, so nice kick in the face. Meanwhile, Vayne knows that she has ranged and the others do not, so she's able to harass quite a bit. But she has to be careful because Lee Sin is coming from top, from the middle lane, and that will be a nice heal from Blitzcrank together with the knockback from the Vayne, but it won't be enough because that passive from Jarvan hits so hard in the early. Well, it always hits hard, it's percentual damage. And I think Lee Sin once more, if they're able to pull this lane. Oh, but Mundo with protective bottom camping there, but it's not enough. Lee Sin is still able to kick and to stun onto the Mundo, which will prevent him from killing the Lee Sin. Nicely done overall. It was really close. If Mundo was able just to stay 1 second longer to Lee Sin, he would have been dead. But it doesn't matter. Mundo already with the gold per 5 item, and health is always good on the Mundo, which will increase his regen, if only by a little bit. Pantheon is doing quite well versus Xerath, weirdly enough. I think he even no, the farm is about equal and he's gonna go back, so Xerath will be a little bit more ahead than, well, if you think about creep kills, but you must remember that Pantheon already has 2 kills and 1 first blood, so he must have a lot of gold. He's going for the brutalizer, which is always good early game, and even mid game. It's an amazing weapon. Meanwhile, Galio is taking a bit of punishment, but it won't do much because he's Galio, and Lee Sin is going through the gank. Will he do his ultimate? Yes, he will, and then Lee Sin will go and pick it up by presume. Ooh, he misses his Q. What a pity! And the flash from Riven. So now she's safe, but Pantheon really wants the Riven apparently, because meanwhile bottom lane again with the aggression against the Blitzcrank nearest tower. It mustn't be such a good idea. That will be a dead Leona. The Blitzcrank must be able to Leona's already dead. Jarvan, I mean. Well, no, Jarvan made it out of it okay. His minions were just in time, and that's a good grab from the Blitzcrank onto the minion. Surely that minion is dead. Yes, he is, and despawned already. Sorry. See there, so they switched lane in order to keep their advantage up. Oh, that Stirrot really wants a kill apparently. The ignite onto the Galio, but Lee Sin again with the protection. Lee Sin is really good this game. He's always where he's needed, always right at the right time, at the right place. Oh, there. Well, yeah, I had to choose. That's that Jarvan for you. Sorry I missed it. There's a lot of kills going on in this game. I like it. I like it a lot. Meanwhile, Leona is showing off her last hitting skills. Well, she will be soon enough now that the tower isn't there to steal the minions for her. There we go, 17G right in the pocket, and oh, she misses her blade, and she was too eager at that one. Well, it can happen. Meanwhile, Riven is getting zoned by Pantheon, who has an item advantage, to say the very least. Riven is being so afraid of Pantheon that she's going defensive, which isn't that good of an idea, because at the beginning of the game Riven really needs the damage, and then when you approach endgame you can go for the armor, but I think she might go for, well, Ninja Starby is a good choice for the boots because it's an AD heavy team, and she probably goes with the cloth armor for anti-ultimate from Pantheon onto the Riven. Will she die from that? I don't think so. No, she won't. Meanwhile, Mundo is getting a little bit of mentally harassed by Lee Sin, I suppose, but no big deal. Yeah, so I think Ribbon will go for not the hourglass, the Wriggles lantern. So she still will have a bit of damage and still have armor for the. So it's a good, I think it's a good hybrid item. Wriggles, it also gives lifesteal, so sustain is also great on it. Meanwhile, Jarvan farming because he is the carry apparently for bot lane. Also already has his Wriggles, so he'll have quite a sustain. And almost, but no cigars for you, Blitzcrank. Always a pity when you already hit your uppercut button, and then you just stand there with a loaded fist. Ooh, Vayne missed the creep there. Pantheon tower diving on the Riven, showing total supremacy, but Mundo was near, so it wasn't that good of a choice. Pantheon was worth pretty much money, I think. And now he shared that money with Riven and Mundo. So you shouldn't be diving that much early on in the game. But hey, if you're kill hungry, just do it. Blitzcrank find it funny, and again Lee Sin with the harass killing Xerath, so he's really up in this game. I'm gonna check his assists or his kills. 3-0 and 2 assists, so very good play by Lee Sin. He's behind on creep for that Mundo, so they're even really, because he's harassing so much, but the assists will make sure that he's a bit of ahead on Mundo, and really I think Lee Sin is more dangerous than Mundo, but we'll see how it goes. He can farm if he wants to. Mundo is quite a fast farmer with his agony, so not much he can do there. Near miss from Leona, and now they have to run away for Mundo is there, but a grab from the Blitzcrank, yes indeed. Mundo knew he was dead, but he should have gone for the assist at the very least, because he couldn't grab Leona. It wasn't easy enough. Now they're going for Dragon, things are down, so Pantheon and Lee Sin will know, so it will be a 3-on-3 because I don't know where Riven is. She's probably helping. Yes, she is. So it will be dangerous to engage this, but with a Pantheon ult it might be possible, and Leona also has her ult, so she could really go for it. Nicely placed ult will change the game. Oh, the Dragon has been resetted. Lee Sin kicking everyone. Nice ultimate from the Leona, getting nearly everyone stunned except for the Vayne. So a double kill for Pantheon. He'll really be scary. Nice ward from Lee Sin, enabling him to go for the Mundo, but nice stun Pantheon. However, Vayne was prepared, had her clans ready, but she'll be dead. One spear and that's the end. My old friend, the end. I don't think they'll be able to catch a Mundo though. He's fast and his spamming of axes will make sure that he's gone. So Mundo really wants the kill. If he was able to land one axe, it wouldn't have been enough, but still they would have been very scary. And that's a dragon, pretty damn fast. That's a Wriggles team for you. How many have Wriggles? Only Lee Sin and Jarvan. Well, I don't think Pantheon really needs the Wriggles. He's so fat that he can go for endgame items, I presume. Yes, and there's the BF on a Pantheon. That will make him scary. Lots of damage will be done. Meanwhile, the farm is on. So Jarvan isn't really paying a lot of attention anymore to his lost hits. I don't think it's really necessary. If you get so ahead in the game. Ooh, nicely dodged from Vayne. I really thought they had her. So Blitzcrank really needs to be careful. I know he has the mana shield, but still. The minions, too bad they're minions here for Blitzcrank, because else it would have been a kill. He has to be careful though, he's not that tanky, and that will be the end of Blitzcrank. Will Leona die? Nice, exhausted. Oh, that exhaust really did what it had to do. The last hit from Vayne just didn't went through. It's really weird if you play Vayne and you shoot. Oh, Pantheon in the mid, going for the kill, I presume. He really has the items for it, so it really doesn't matter what Riven wants to do. That's what I say, early game, go aggressive, buy some damage items. It's the early game, you got tankiness from your runes, and you can get the tankiness in the end game. If you're ahead, go for damage, because you know your enemies won't be able to kill you. Now, finally, I think the enemy team has decided to switch again, because what can you do against the Galio when you're in AP? Not much. Well, especially now, he has a magic resist. Though I think he's going for an AP build. Well, he should, because he's the AP carry of this team. Well, Leona also does AP damage, but she's a support, so she'll be more like the tank of the team. We'll see. Gallios are tanky nonetheless, so especially when he ults, he gets more damage reduction. Yeah. Well, his damage taken is reduced. Now Xerath wants to bully Lee Sin, but because Leona isn't watching, I'm not sure if he even hit him. Yes. Now looking at the farm, Galio has 122, so he's so ahead in creep compared to everyone else. And then Pantheon has 7 kills, so that's also awesome. No assists, so every kill he was in, he took for himself, which is awesome. But he died. Well, what can you do when everyone is ganking? Oh, Lee Sin was able to Q the Xerath. Is he able to go to his Pantheon friends? He would have been, but he was knocked up by the Blitzcrank right at the time. But that will be dead people everywhere. Nicely done. Amazing ultimate combination by the two of them. Which is true, I mean, it's like having an Amumu and a Nunu. Those two are also great together. And Amumu stuns and then Nunu does his ultimate at the same time. That's a dead team for you. Meanwhile, the wards know that there's not a ward. And thinking she'll go for the aggressive ward, I'm not sure. Maybe Red is about to spawn and they know. Well, doesn't matter. Ooh, Jarvan showing who's boss, but don't run away from a Vayne. And there's the Cataclysm, but nice splash. Riven is going for the assist. Will she be able to help him? Nice cleanse, saving her life, but it won't be enough. I don't think so. Even though the tower really hits hard early game. That's a pity. So close. So close. And a Jarvan without mana will not be able to get away from a Riven. I think... No, Riven doesn't have enough cooldown reduction, it seems. Well, Riven doesn't need it, really, but I'm just saying. Mundo! Oh, nicely done! Too bad it was too late for Riven to get an assist for it. Still, a kill is a kill, and a tower is a tower. So there you go. Bye-bye tower. But mid tower is singing the same. I'm singing the same, yes, bye-bye me. Bye-bye me. Blitzcrank is going to protect the middle tower from Pantheon's wrath. He's so naked in that skin. It's like wearing hot pants. That minion surely will go down. Yeah, that's one dead minion. Riven's been spotted by the ward, so Pantheon knows he got to go the fuck away! Everyone's spotted by that ward. It's such a nice ward placement here. Oh, but they didn't know that the Mundo was there. However, Lee Sin is Lee Sin, so he's able to... That will be a dead Lee Sin. That grab would have been beautiful, but Xerath was there to stun him, so it didn't really matter. But Vayne is now farming the amazing minions on the top lane. She knows that Galio isn't really that protective armor-wise, but Pantheon's ult will surely kill her. Well, I mean the stun will kill her. Oh no, Galio got the kill. That will probably be the first assist. No, the second assist from the Pantheon. So, haha. Meanwhile, the support again showing off her last hitting skills. It's always fun to be able to last hit as support. I don't know why she didn't even try, but hey. It's Pantheon's skill. No, it's my creep. I'm the support, I need the monies. Dragon has spawned and Leona thinks that the enemy team will be there. But I'm not pretty sure. Pink ward down, so she knows that the enemy team doesn't have it warded, but they took Dragon, unless Dragon is still about to spawn. Meanwhile, they're going for the harass on Blitzcrank. He knows she's gonna die, so he's trying to run away. That flash won't do much, bro. And then the pool, more CC, please. Yes, DC is delicious. And another DC. Why not more CC? Did I say DC the entire time? That would be pretty sad. I probably did, didn't I? Turret diving as if it's no problem. That's a bruiser team for you. They don't care for towers. But now the entire enemy team is down. Ultimate's going down from the Xerath, but Galio's ult is almost one-shotting the entire team. But it will not be enough. A pity indeed. If Pantheon was there, then that would have been a dead enemy team. Well, it would be 4-4, so it wouldn't really be that much better, but still, well, it would have been better because Pantheon would have gotten 3 kills out of it. But you can't be anywhere, man. He just used his ult, for to gank earlier on Vayne over here. Meanwhile, Mundo thinks he can take on that Pantheon. I'm not too sure that he can. I think his ignite is even up, so yep, he won't be able to do a lot on that gangplank. But Mundos are good at running away, so he should be able to get away from gangplank. Did I say gangplank again? Pantheon. I'm not in this today, really not. Who will get blue? Will it be Leona? Or I think so. No, I think it will be Jarvan because really Jarvan has mana issues, so it will be a good catch for Jarvan to get a blue buff. His cooldowns will be down a lot, and then he'll be able to put it down flags all of the time. Meanwhile, Leona has found some friends, but she won't be happy by seeing them. Then I think that Cleaver was a hit. Yes, it was, and that's it, that Leona. Luckily, she didn't have an oracles yet, so it isn't that big of a deal, but still don't beat your enemy team like that. It's not good. It's not fun. Meanwhile, Galio is preparing for another team fight, or will he farm some... Well, the jungle is empty, so I don't think he'll farm. And I don't think the enemy team is doing Baron as well. Let's see, does everyone have Wriggles? No, Pantheon really does not want Wriggles. He's going for the full play pull. It's fine by me. His damage will be amazing, but he'll be squishy once his shield is down, and his shield only blocks one auto attack, so that Mundo really needs to stop get away, because the Sin is there the entire... Ooh, it was a trap! It's a trap! But don't pull a Galio into your team, that could be dangerous. And luckily his ult seems to be off. And everyone is... This is a leader engage. Pantheon really wants the kill, but you're squishy, Pantheon. Don't do silly stuff. Vayne has killed the Jarvan in the meanwhile and is able to get away, so blue buff for her. Nicely done there. Yep, Chad is saying it. We're throwing too hard, which is true. Don't get cocky even when you're winning by a large amount. That amount now has decreased Riven is going for the kill on Galio, but she misses all of her. Or it was a lol bug, so it probably was a lol replay bug. Shielding herself for the tower damage. Killing was pretty close. Meanwhile, Leona showing off her loss hits once again. Yeah, feel that shield. Good look at that shield. Ah, good look at that shield. Ah. Well, I presume she works out. Though she must be careful, there's no ward coverage and the entire enemy team has missed. Well, no, they just showed herself there. Window and Riven could have gone, but well, Leona is getting tankier by the minute. Well, she has the Kindle gem, so I think she's going for an early Shirelra's Reverie. We'll see. Yes, there she goes. Ooh, nice call. Oh, I always feel good when I call something right. It's not that hard. Well, yeah, I know. Meanwhile, Mundo is going for the gang. Blitzcrank also. That cleaver, I think it hit. No, it didn't hit, and now the minions are guarding. Really, minions are so suicidal, but what you gonna do about it? The Sin really wants to go for a gang, but he just said we are throwing it, so don't do anything rash. I don't think he'll be able to do the raves because the enemy team is near. He should be able to get away, but if Xerath is able to stun, then that's a death. What the damage of Pantheon was amazing, and that flag toss also was right onto the Xerath face. Ooh, what an amazing cataclysm, stun locking the carry. That the Pantheon, the Galio ult wasn't that great, but that cataclysm was awesome. I don't think Blitzcrank will be able to get away. One flag toss and even the slow was in range, so it's a CC team. Once you get caught, don't go back. And that will be a Baron. Though I think that the blue team will could be able to do something. It's still early, but look at those wriggles go. The 500 extra damage that you do on those hits, it's really good. Mundo trying what he can. Maybe he can run in and smite the Baron. It could happen. He can throw down as much. Yep, Riven is going in a little bit too soon, but one can never tell. Yeah, it was too soon. Should have waited a bit longer. Just a tad bit longer. A wee bit. They're going back on the Baron now. I think he should have regened at least half of his health. Mundo finally going for the kills. He's going for a triple kill. Very nicely done from Mundo. Meanwhile, Xerath supporting him a bit with his incredible range. The enemy team, purple team really must get the hell away. The Sin is going to sacrifice himself or even go for the kill. The Sin is pretty scary, but nice knockback onto the wall. Very nicely done, Galio. Hitting all your abilities. And the pull, so well, I don't think they will be able to kill Galio because he's very, very tanky when it goes on AD, and I think that Blitzcrank, he's going for the Trinity Force build, so he's more AD than AP, but I'm really surprised that Galio just keeps going. Now he'll be dead because, Mundo can do percent. That healing on his shield is amazing though! Is he able to get away? That's ability power Galio for random flash over the wall. With the whirlwind for the movement speed, he is able to get away. Amazing. That ability power works so great on Galio. He's on 400 ability power and still has a lot of magic resistance as well. So nicely done. That shield heals for way more than they could produce. If only there was a Vayne or a Riven, then he would have died. But he already killed him by himself. Together with the help of Lee Sin, of course, but still, amazeballs. Meanwhile, Pantheon is farming. He's going for the Infinity's Edge, apparently. And I hope after that he'll go for some armor or magic resist. We'll see. Even though they have a lot of CC, so he's able to go a bit for the damage build. Because everyone on the other on the blue team will be snared or stunned or anything. Meanwhile, blue again for Jarvan. Or will it be given to Galio? Yes, it will be given to Galio. Nicely done. It's clear that if he's able to put down as many shields as he can, or as much shields as he can, well, he'll be unstoppable. He heals so much when he's hit when his AP is so high. Meanwhile, I think it's a trap. It's a trap! Who will break their line? Oh yes, sorry, when you click you hear Leona's voice. Mundo is... Well, his vision is shown, but he hasn't shown any of his allies' positions, so pretty good. I always hate it when someone gets a vision debuff upon him and he goes to where everyone else is, so the enemy team knows our exact locations. Don't do that, please. Run away, do something stupid, make the enemies think you're doing something with your entire team and really you're just alone. Riven getting caught though, that's not a good idea. Why are you alone, Riven? Why are you dead, Riven? Because I was alone? Yes, you were. Meanwhile, that's a dead Jarvan ultimate on, which is weird because Galio Pantheon ult right upon the Blitzcrank. And that will be a dead Vayne as well, I'm afraid. And there she goes. Mundo, he is very tanky with his regen. Mundo really doing a great play. I haven't expected it from Mundo. And he has the revive, so he could be back when they are doing Baron. Meanwhile, Galio healing from turret hits. Really amazing. Lee Sin really wanted them to do Baron, but they think, no, that was, we could go for their inhibitor. They have a tank minion up, so they can pull pretty far without having any negative repercussions. And Mundo isn't up yet, so it's 4 on 4, but their health is way lower than the enemy teams. Meanwhile, bottom lane has quite the minion wave, so I'd really like to see someone farming at the... They still have times. I think Jarvan is going bottom. No, they really want to do Baron now, so they're clearing the wards. No, they're recalling, so Jarvan should go to the bottom to farm those creeps. Well, unless the enemy team is going for a very aggressive counter Baron, which they could, because everyone went back, but I don't think they have enough wiggles for a quick Baron. No, they don't. But Mundo does good damage apparently, because he has a lot of kills for jungle Mundo. 13 to 4, which is the best of his team. And his farm isn't that bad either, so very nicely done there, Mundo. Now the creep is finally about to push the tower. It's their whole caster minions, so caster minions have huge DPS when they're, well, it's the power of many really. But that will be a farm turret. Let's see at his items. He still hasn't bought anything though, so we'll see what he'll get when he's able to port back to his base. Meanwhile, a failed trap from Blitzcrank. He'll be dead by the minute. Oh no, I'm slowed. Yes you are. And that's a dead Blitzcrank. Cataclysm only hitting the Blitzcrank though. So it's not that well, but Riven can jump on everything, really. That damage from Pantheon is amazing. He's squishy though, but his shield is good enough, really. That's a dangerous play from that Xerath, because he'll get caught if he does that. You're gonna get caught, mate. And that'll be a free Baron, or will they end it? Oh no, it's a surrender, so GG for the purple team. Yes, they played really bad. I didn't expect a non-carry, well, AD ranged carry team to be able to produce so much damage, and well, you see, CC really is amazing. So I hope you enjoyed this cast. I'll see you next time, guys.